guys, so it is currently shortly after midnight. It's not even 12:15. Monday, March 9th, which means #AYearAThon Benchwarmers is over. I will link down in the doobly-doo where you can watch my TBR. My goal was basically to try to read this trilogy. Epic failure. I never read these books. Okay? Never touched Rebel Angels or The Sweet Far Thing. They've been sitting on my shelf the whole week. So let's go through what I did manage to read, because I did finish 3 books that were sort of not really on my TBR. Okay, 2 of them totally weren't. One was sort of on my TBR, but anywho, when I added up everything together, to get through these 3, I needed to read 250 pages each day. I knew that probably wouldn't happen, and I did not even come close to that. On day 1, I read 74 pages of A Great and Terrible Beauty, so my week total was 74, way underneath my 250. Never gonna reach my daily total, except on Saturday, because my daily total every Saturday of #AYearAthon is 10 pages, because I never know what's going to happen that day. So day 2, I read 175 pages, not in this book. I have a trouble reading historical fiction because of how women are treated. They are objects. They have always been objects until the late 1800s, early 1900s, and even then, it's only been recently that women are allowed to have their own damn opinions. My mom talks about how when she got married her first time, she wasn't allowed to open up her own credit card or bank account. She could not have one alone if she was married. It was all underneath her husband. And she talked about how in the 1950s women couldn't testify against their husbands in court and stuff. So very recently is it a thing that women have a voice. So I don't like reading historical fiction almost at all. It is always something that I'm just gonna be like, ugh. Had difficulty reading this. So instead I read something called The Edge and the Light by Queenie Chan. Here's the cover. It's technically a fanfic, but it's on Goodreads of all things, which shocked me. So I went ahead and I counted. It's the first book I read of the month. I'm counting it officially for #AYearAthon. I read 175 pages of that, bringing my weekly total up to 249. So day 3, I managed to read 150 more pages in A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray, bringing my week total up to 399 pages. On day 4, I was very disappointed. I only read 40 more pages of this, bringing my week total up to 439. So not the greatest. And then day 5, Friday, I was extremely busy because I was supposed to go to a wedding on Saturday, and it's my page goal of 10. I was supposed to get up way early in the morning. I had a crap ton of things to do, so I read a total of 8 pages. Shameful. It's shameful. Then we get to day 6, Saturday, and I had gotten sick the night before, so I couldn't go to my cousin's wedding. Congrats, Jordan. I'm sorry I couldn't come. I was very sad. I woke up, I had no energy because I'd been up late feeling ill the night before. I was just kind of laying there. My mom's like, yeah, you probably shouldn't come, because my grandparents are really old and have like no immune system. So instead I stayed home. So I read another 26 pages in this, but I was having a lot of trouble. And I was doing a whole bunch of other things, like my last video I had to finish because I didn't have time Friday because I was doing everything else. I decided to go ahead and read 44 pages in Pokemon Volume 5 by Hidenori Kusaka and Mato. And I enjoyed it. I read some of this while I was at dinner, alone, in public. Got a double take by a 10-year-old boy. That was kind of amusing. He's kind of like, why is that lady reading Pokemon? Pokemon's older than you, honey. So that brought my daily total up to 70 pages, and my week total went up to 517. So this past day, I read some in bed, and then I moved into the computer room and read some more. So I read the last 110 pages of this. There's a lot of extra pages in this in the back that have quite a bit of text. So there's more text on these bonus pages than there are for most of the books. So I counted that. So that was 110 pages finishing this. And then I kept trying to pick up something other than A Great and Terrible Beauty. I could not finish it. and I decided to go for my goal to read 10 pages of The Great Hunt by Robert Jordan. Well, I was having trouble because first I had to figure out where I was. I told you guys I thought I was on page 251. Well, I either skipped pages. I'm pretty sure I skipped some scenes because I could not stand Rand because he was losing his mind and he's an idiot. But I found the last scene that I know. I read it. I was disgusted by the scene. I tried to read the chapter after that and I couldn't do it. And I DNF'd it 5 or 6 years ago. I'm sorry if you can hear my brother. He's having fun raging. So I was on page 309, not 251. So I was almost 60 pages off. I had trouble getting through it. I managed to power through 6 pages and then I couldn't focus on anything. I watched some Kim Possible online. I'll link it down in the doobly-doo where you can watch it. And then I decided to pick up Avatar: The Last Airbender, The Rift Part 1 by Jean Luen Yang. This is totally not a benchwarmer. I just bought this. This just came out last year. This is brand spanking new. And I powered through 77 pages of this. Loved it. And then because of that, I was able to read another 14 more pages, bringing my total of The Great Hunt up to 20 pages, double my goal for the entire week. I was like, I'm lucky if I can get through 10 pages. Well, I got through 20. I literally read this up until the last minute, and then I had 1 more minute left. I'm at the end of a chapter. I'm on chapter 27, page 330. So I was like, why not? So these 3 brought my daily total up to 207 pages, the most so far this week. And that brought me to a total of 724 pages in total. 3 books, none of which I expected to read, way underneath my 1,808 page goal. I did pretty damn terrible, I'm not gonna lie. It's not my worst yet. I recall having worse ones, like classics. I'm pretty sure I was in the 400s, and I don't even think classics isn't my worst so far. But at the same time, this really made me feel pretty awesome that I managed to power through 20 solid pages of The Great Hunt, and I got back into this world. So I may continue to read this slowly, because I know, there is a character, and she's messing with Rand's head, and he turns into this bumbling moron, and I just want to bang my head against the wall. More like I want to bring his head into a wall. It's so wordy. It's not very engaging. The only reason it's engaging is because it was literally between the main character and a character he thought died in book 1. We're going back to book 1, and that's the only reason it was good. I don't know. Maybe I'll continue on. This could take me the whole year just to get through it. I am over halfway done with this book, so I'm glad that I'm mostly done with this book, but at the same time I'm just kind of like it's not very good. This is the worst book in the entire series. Again, I already opened one of these books. I think it was this one, The Gathering Storm. Amazing. Amazing. So well done. Even though those are huge books, they're not wordy, they're very engaging. Everything this book isn't. I expect that I'll love the rest of the series. I don't know. I got the whole series, so I need to love it. I better freaking love this series beyond this book. At least I got that read. I got through all of my Avatar manga I've now read. I only have 1 graphic novel that I haven't read, and that's Witch. Number 1, so I finished Pokemon, finally, that's gone. And I actually got pretty darn far. I'm mostly done with The Great and Terrible Beauty, so at least this is mostly done. I wanted to get this trilogy done, and I barely did. It's just that Gemma's annoying. Gemma's annoying, Rand is annoying, Yellow's annoying in this, but I picked up right when Yellow is not even in this entire chapter. He's mentioned and he's not in it. And of course, this is phenomenal. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to see more. Every Friday is a book review. I am going to continue, so more FMA is probably coming next week, especially since I didn't finish anything that I want to do a video about. Good luck with your reading. If you guys participated, I hope you did better than me. I hope that you actually, finished a book that was actually on your TBR. I know my girl LA Knight actually participated. She hasn't been able to comment. Her internet died. She got internet and her internet card was terrible and it just... So she got a new one and it's not the right thing and it doesn't work and it's not compatible and she's very frustrated, so she hasn't done much of anything, but she is actually participating. She was reading Conan the Barbarian, I think. Alright, I will see you in the next video. Bye! touch them. What was that? What's she doing? Sorry, my cat's over there. I don't know what he's doing. That blinking thing means I love you. Come here. Come here. Come here. Cat's right here. Come here, you. You want to say hello to the internet?
Hello! Hello! I love picking him up. He's so cute and soft and cuddly and such a little chicken boy. He is terrified of that camera. That is like his nightmare, which is why he probably looks rather terrified right now. He hates camera. He hates cameras. He hates my brother and my dad. Well, not so much my dad, but he hates my brother. And books. He hates books. Huh. Yeah, I felt his feet shift. He's a little nervous about books. They're funny.
So I counted it more than most of more text than is in the actual. Gosh, my toes keep cracking. I'm so sorry. That's so nasty, and they do it all the time. Figured out I was on page 309. He is so loud. That brought my So that brought my daily total up to. So let's do this right. I keep interrupting myself because it keeps going up.